Right. Boy, the Christmas tree's up and all those things. Yeah, see it glittering. But you see the Christmas spirit right now with Frank and myself. Downbeat. But what's going on though?
Cool.
I'm good. You get me? I'm trying to be anyway. But let's get into it. You went down to Vicarage Road, Watford. Yeah? Team that's in good form. And like you said, it was going to be a tough game.
Yeah, but boy, I didn't expect that.
And
that was mad.
They ended up winning 3-0.
Yeah.
So, talk the things, bro.
First goal, like obviously, like Bogdan says or whatever, he's basically, I don't know why, Rodgers obviously thought, right, Mignolet's a bit dodgy. To put pressure on him, I'll buy a championship goalie. That don't make no sense, yeah. Like,
well, eyebrows was raised when you signed him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't make no sense.
No.
I thought you was going to get an actual number one that, you see what I'm saying?
It was a foul, because he did kick it out of his hand, but it's, like you said, it's split seconds, and he made the mistake initially. To cause that situation.
That's it. To be fair, it was a foul.
It was a foul.
Like, but when you saw it in real
But
play,
that's only when you slur it well done.
That's it.
The referee was well far away from the area. I don't know why he was already gone. Like they're gonna break now. Like it was nuts. But anyway, whatever. That's not even the goal's a goal. Stood. And then the second goal, Skirtle fucked up. Could have cleared it. Sort of like towed it back into his path again. And then I personally think that Bogdan should have saved that anyway, because he didn't even move his feet. If you watch the save, he doesn't
Играл за сборную Голландии тоже как ветеран во всех возрастных категориях. А сейчас удар по воротам!
move his feet at all. So he's already past the near post, yeah? My man shoots to the far post and he just dives. There's no movement in
his feet.
It's just a token dive. He just dives. He doesn't fucking move his feet, shuffle his feet 2 steps or whatever and dive. He probably would have saved it. It wasn't like it was a hard shot or nothing like that.
yeah.
And then the third goal was chanceful.
How many times have I heard you say that?
Because I don't know who passed him the ball. Somebody passed him the ball square. Probably Henderson, who's the only person who had a decent game. Somebody passed him the ball square. Moreno's standing out there in like 50 yards of space. So instead of passing it to Moreno, this fool tries to stand on the ball and look around. See what's going on.
Trying to spread work.
I don't know who it was, Capoue or somebody just run up
it was Capoue. He looks good, man, with every game.
And then they broke on us free.
И снова потеря, и Гало, передача на Кини, Кини на фланг, на Бехраме бьет поворотом, удар!
No, but that game was done there anyway, so that was really done. I don't really care about that. But it was just, the performance was terrible. Sacco, it was his first game back after however many weeks, 8 weeks or whatever it is, because he thing.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So I'll let him off for the rust, but he was getting raped, falling over. And he was trying mad shit. Like he does try mad shit anyway, but he was trying crazy shit. Like when he tried the Marseille turn in the middle of the pitch.
Normal.
And then he tried to drag my man by the shorts. Twice he did it. Twice he did it. He tried to drag him by the shorts after he done that. After he got caught. Like, that's light, bro. That is Tim. He needs to leave it out. And Firmino. Oh my days. 21 mil we paid for him so far. That's not popping at all.
Yeah, it's not, man.
He seems to play well when we're playing good teams, which is alright. But then, like, how can you wash up Fernandinho and whoever, Yaya Toure, but then you can't wash up
Ben Watson and
Firmino? He's playing shit. He played rubbish. Like, he was actually like, there was no point of him being on the pitch. I think Klopp should have maybe played Benteke, maybe. Because the pitch was awful. Like, when they were trying to pass it was bobbling everywhere and all that.
I'm surprised one of them didn't start, to be fair. Even Origi.
Yeah, or Origi to run in behind. If that's what he wanted to do. But, yeah, it wasn't great at all. It wasn't really a great performance.
No,
There's nothing really. Apart from Henderson, he fought his own little fight. on the pitch.
You expect that from your captain, no?
Yeah, had a couple chances in that, but really, there was no one played well.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
It was
Klein and
flat.
Moreno, cool. They did their job sort of, but they didn't do anything wrong, I should say. Scott and Sacco, terrible. Lucas,
Oh,
he played bad in defensive midfield, but then he played all right as a centre back, which is strange.
oh yeah, he went centre back. I was hearing that as well.
Yeah, Chan, he's a bonehead. He's a proper bonehead. Like he don't even.
No composure.
He's got composure, but he just thinks he's way better than he is. Like he's probably going to turn out to be a very good player. Don't get me wrong, but he just thinks he's sick, and like he's not sick. Like we're losing 2-0, and you're standing on the ball, looking around, trying to pick some deadly pass when there's a pass on right in front of your face, and then you get caught, and then we go 3-0 down, and then you didn't even stop the cross because he gets back into the position because he sells Moreno short, so he has to get back and cover the position. And he doesn't even stop the cross for the third goal either. He lets Barami, is it Barami?
Yeah, Barami. Yeah.
He lets Barami just fucking
Oh, good cross as well.
whip it over, and then Ingalo just pop it into a empty, well not an empty net, but just
Yeah.
what's it called?
Unchallenged, yeah.
Yeah, into an empty net.
Yeah, it must have been a
Yeah, no, the game
tough watching that for you
It
still.
was bad, man. I didn't even stop watching it, but I started cooking dinner and things.
Oh, what? Just
Like whenever the commentator raised his voice, I'd come back into what. After about 55 minutes, I was like, this game is just over.
done.
When I
Yeah.
finished dinner, I come to sit down to watch the last 10 minutes, and then Chan did that to fuck up, to make up the thing even worse. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad terms.
yeah. That's my rant over.
Right. Francis, can I have your highlights from the weekend's games, please?
Well, weekend's games highlights. Yesterday, Walcott's goal.
من أوزيل التسديدة الله جول
Just the madness.
Oof.
So I'll give him ratings for that. You get me?
Hella whip on that.
Yeah, because I've always given him stick over his little career or whatever. So I'll give him a nod for that one. That was
Yeah.
serious.
It was.
And Ingalo, innit, obviously. It was my team that he got down, but he was getting man down. Fucking put Sacco on his ass about 3 times.
Игало делал передачу. Как здорово уходит он, а?
What's it called? The Iggy chop.
Yeah, that's what they call it now, yeah.
Even though it's bait, it's like move bare man use, but he just fucking.
It's timing though, innit? He doesn't rinse it.
Yeah,
he doesn't rinse it. He picks and chooses when to do it still.
Yeah. I'm rating that. So yeah, him. And then yeah, obviously Jose getting sacked. Little not a highlight, but like.
At Stamford Bridge to wait outside, and eventually we saw a shot of Bruce Buck and Peter Kenyon.
Obviously, it's talking point of the week. Yeah,
What's your views on it?
boy.
Right thing to do?
I don't know. I would have just, because Costa wants to leave anyway, yeah. So I would have got rid of him, and then Hazard can get sold as well, because they're the main two, innit? Really.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So if you can get, I don't know, because like they're saying that like they might try and swap him for James or whatever
Okay.
at Real Madrid. So if you can get somebody, I'm not saying just sell Hazard for the sake of it. Obviously, that's shocking. But if you can get somebody of that level or whatever to replace him, and you don't want to play for Man, you're like, how can you sack? Like obviously, because the team's in the position they are because they're not playing for the manager. They're like, fuck you, innit? Like,
That's it.
fuck.
That's it.
So, but how can you go and sack somebody who's like the most successful manager of this era, innit? Like, I don't like Donny. He's a prick and whatever else and all those other words you could say about him.
His CV.
When it comes to putting shit on the side and saying, "Here, boss, this is what I got for you for giving me that money to spend," then there ain't no one out here that's talking too much. I don't know how they like, oh yeah, right, well, we're gonna take the player side. You can do that when it's like Rodgers or
But
somebody else, but like you can't do that with him.
they're saying though it's easier to sack one person than the whole squad, innit? So
It is, but then if you've got players that do that, what happens if the next manager comes in and they don't like him?
it's a good point. It's a very good point.
Like I don't like as good as them players are. If they're gonna act like that, they're not playing for the club. They're playing for themselves, basically. Then they can go fuck themselves. Like there's other sick players. Hazard is sick, but fucking come on, he ain't scored in 29 games or whatever the fuck it is. Like, allow it. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong.
But from that form, which was what, like 5-6 months ago,
yeah.
till
And even then, he was blasting. He was on fire, and he only scored like 15 goals or whatever. He's not like Ronaldo or Messi or.
Nah, it's true. It's true. Not the goals or the assists, but just the effect that he had when Chelsea played.
His effect on the plays.
He would spark a lot of things, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really think personally I wouldn't have done that because they're not gonna go down. The players ain't gonna let themselves go down.
That's it.
So if you want to not play in the Champions League for the next couple of years, because you're not signed to big contracts, you're not going nowhere. So if that's what you want to do, you do that. But you lot are gonna get. I hate because I don't like it when players do that, innit? So
It's bad, man.
yeah, and they always get away with it. So I would have just been like, if I was Roman, I would have. If he had any sense, but he's got more money than sense, innit?
That's it. That's what they're saying, it.
So if he had any sense, I would have been like, yeah, we'll just get to January or something, buy a couple of players, replace them. Because even if you buy some, I don't know, not world class players, but like some top class players in January, like say like not Cuadrado, but like say like buying somebody of that level like they did last year, and you put him in for Hazard, they'll finish higher in the league than with Hazard fucking falling over on the floor saying, oh no, my side hurts.
Yeah. It's a good point.
They'll get more points with him than with Hazard doing what he was doing. So I would have kept him really, because
It's a fair point.
he's earned that, innit? Like you can't be like, oh yeah, you won man in the league, and then sack man 4 or 5 months later. That's nuts.
It's wrong what they done still.
Like especially like obviously I don't know. Jose's 30, innit? Like you can't really be like, oh yeah, well maybe he's he won't be able to do. No, he will.
He will.
He's gonna go somewhere else, and he will. Yeah. So I don't understand how they think that. Oh yeah, we'll take the players out, because like Carragher said yesterday, he's much more successful than they are. So I don't know how that he's taking their side, because if you look at his CV compared to theirs, obviously how good players they are. It's basic, you get me? So
good point. It's a good point there still.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Fair point. Okay, Frank. With the Christmas schedule gonna get busy, real busy over the next few days, I'm gonna ask for 2 games predictions, please. So your next game is Leicester at home, and your next game after that is Sunderland away, down at the Stadium of Light. So can I have your predictions on the games, please? The leaders coming down to Anfield.
They're gonna beat them.
Yeah. What's your prediction on that?
2-0.
Right, they're not scoring, no?
No.
Cause is it fact? I'm sure I heard it that they've scored in every game. Yeah.
No, they ain't.
Wow, it's a big shout. I must say.
Because we do this, man. We do this. Not everyone thinks we're gonna get beat, but like the game we shouldn't win.
You win.
We win.
Yeah, it's true. Chelsea.
So I'm saying.
And then Man City. So
I'm saying
that's a fair shot. 2-0 on that one, yeah? What about Sunderland?
So we need to have a reaction. If we lose again after losing to Newcastle, then drawing with West Brom.
Yeah.
Losing to Watford.
It's not looking good, is it?
No.
Good point as well, yeah.
I didn't even realise it until I just said it like that.
Yeah, it's true. When you think about it, it's kind of tainted those big wins that you had, innit? When you think about it, like you just. Yeah, you just saved the point against West Brom.
Because the extra points we should have got we shouldn't have, and then the points we should have got, we're not getting.
Yeah.
So
it's a mad one. So you're saying 2-0 against Leicester, yeah? Right. Well, I know some Arsenal fans, especially Jerome. He's like, yeah, wants Liverpool to do a job. Hopefully get a draw and all those things. You know, Joe. You get me?
it's early, man. Let's just stop worrying about that shit right now.
Well, let's save that for another time. Just cool, yeah?
Yeah, fuck it up. Fucking, what is it, December?
Yeah.
It's over Christmas Day.
Right. So your next game, you're going down to Sunderland. Can I have a prediction on that game, please?
Beat them as well, 3-0.
They're not in great form.
No.
So we say
can't beat them. There's something wrong, man. We do need players anyway, innit? Like, that's not in doubt. But like, if we can't beat Sunderland. Then
yeah, Worries.
Yeah, then we need to just gut this whole team in it. Say about 2 or 3 men can get kept, and the rest of them can't. If we can't beat Sunderland, then the rest of them have to go on it.
Wow.
Obviously, I'm the manager, but like, if you can't beat players, I mean, teams with these players here that like of this level, supplementing them with better players, cool. But then if them players are injured, then we're going back to square one. I'm not on that, innit? Like, so we need to get players in that can sort it out. We need to get Subotic in January.
Oh, the wish list. Santa, you listening?
Subotic. And then
What, race?
yeah, nah, not Rice. That's ridiculous.
No, you're saying you can't tickle that one there.
I don't think so. Unless he really loves my man.
It's been there a while. Might fancy a new challenge.
Godogan. We've got midfielders, attacking midfielders and strikers who are competent, innit? We don't seem to have central midfielders, apart from Henderson. Sometimes Lucas, depending on what type of opposition you're playing.
With a bit of drive.
That have any kind of competency. Chan it does as well, but he's too off and on because obviously he looks like he's a big man, but he's only 20 or 21 or something like that.
Yeah, it's true.
So he is going to do that. Milner is worthless.
Why is it this?
He's worthless.
No!
What do you mean?
Wait a second. That's actually, to be fair, it might have been Splinter, but they've been saying that he's been doing all right.
He's worthless. Man. he spends half of his time on the pitch falling over, bro. That's what he does. It's like he gets the ball, he slips. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Like,
Saying he's wearing plimsolls.
yeah, like put some studs on. Nah, he's a joke.
Oh
like,
gosh.
Talking all that crap about how he wants to be, show everyone he's a first team player and he's not a squad man and blah blah blah. You won't. When Jurgen gets his own buys in, you will. You will go back to being what you beat. Yeah. Brendan gassed you up like you're the 10th, giving you fucking Suarez's shirt and saying you won't. You fucking won't. You see that?
Alright.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm predicting 2 wins, 2-0
And 3-0.
and 3-0.
Right. Okay.
We're gonna kick them off.
Another question. You think Bogdan's going to keep his place?
He's gonna have to. Man, he's injured, isn't it?
Oh, is he? Is that why he played?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he played because he just thought, no, fuck these.
No, you can't. You can't do that. I don't know if he, as shit as Mingile is, he's better than Bogdan, isn't he? Bogdan is good for like,
Carling Cups.
yeah, he comes in and you're like, oh right, he's actually like not as shit as I thought he was. Cool.
Like he proved in that League Cup game, innit?
Yeah, like you get that, innit? Like, but he's not somebody I would rely on for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
Or want to rely on for a long period of time. I'd rather play the youth, Ryan Fulton, he's better than him.
Like that.
He's better than both of them, but he's only like 20 or something, so I don't think they're going to do that.
Alright, well, boy, you heard it here from Frank first, yeah? Frank, always a pleasure.
Yes, brother.
Stay blessed, yeah? Done now.